Let's go procure us a sacred sword, shall we?
Sounds good to me.
This is just kind of like an extended version of the tutorial level we just did, but with a few more obstacles.
And as Tom said, 1,000 times better than Lost Prologue.
Well, it's a lot more than just you're running on a piece of scripture, really.
with incredibly bland music playing in the background.
This is one of the best tracks in the game, I think.
Loved it.
Now, you don't actually see these apples, which have the same sound effect as the pearls from Secret Rings, I might add, the lazy bastards. And see, you can be active still on the rails now, because you can jump. I'm not sure if it has a rail switching mechanic, though.
I don't think so either, but of course we should talk about the fairies, because for some reason they're using fairies to replace classic song stuff like yellow fairies represent rings, blue fairies represent speed boosts and springs, and red fairies fill up the soul gauge. Which
we'll be getting a bit later on, yeah.
Those peaks just fly near for 2 seconds and just disappear.
If you don't want to, like it just says there, villainous attack, you should just block their attacks instead of slashing them. They just bounce off.
I always like stabbing them, because I'm a heartless bastard that way.
Who could go for some roast pork? I know I could. I don't think you see the apples again.
It kind of reminded me of playing Crash Bandicoot, we can pull those apples.
A little bit, yeah. It's just mainly to teach you how to move correctly, I think.
Of course, stopping the pigs always reminds me of one of the earliest parts of Twilight Princess. When you have to stop that wild boar.
No, just to go on a bit about the actual movement, a lot of people thought it would be on rails, just the same as Secret Rings, and I suppose you could say it's on rails. Like, you can only move in a certain direction, but you have free movement with the analog stick, and you don't automatically move forwards.
Yeah, I kind of, in terms of movement, I kind of refer, again, I mentioned Crash Bandicoot earlier in jest, but it's 3D, but it's more of a 2.5D type of game, where you can move left to right, but you literally can only move in one direction. Like, unlike, say, Unleashed Day levels, where you can really wander around, you really can only go in one direction in this game.
I'd say it's kind of like a 3D hybrid of well, 3D anyway, but it's a hybrid of an improved engine of Heroes and Secret Rings.
Now, Tom, what do you think about this boss, the Mist Dragon? For me, I thought this was the worst boss in the whole game.
Well, as you can see, I had a bit of trouble moving left and right. It's a little bit stiff, but it's not too hard.
Yeah, in terms of the controls, I'd say, yeah, like trying to move left to right efficiently. I think if they could add one thing to this game, it would be the sidestep from Unleashed. I thought would have worked great in this game, but alas, was not to be.
Interesting though, you can actually turn off the help things. You know, like when they say we should probably go up there, etc.
Yeah.
You can turn them off. You can turn the subtitles on and off in case you want to record and whatnot. I'm not sure whether you can change it from English to Japanese. If you
can.
Really?
Yep, so if you want to hear classic Junichi, you can. See, they did so many things right in this game, it's awesome.
It got panned so hard. I really don't want to say bias, because that'll just make me a fanboy, but there's got to be something going on.
I was speaking to a moderator on the forum earlier today, and it's just because it has the word Sonic in the title. We understand. If this was called like Halo on the Black Knight, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, Mario on the Black Knight, awesome, best game ever.
It's all about the sword, basically. That's what people really seem to hate for some reason, and I don't see a problem with it. But then again, I am a huge Sonic fan, so maybe I am biased.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Sword fighting is not perfect. It is, but I would never say it is by any means perfect. It works. I wouldn't say it's awful. It's not exactly. I was actually expecting more of a, if you like thrust upwards, he moves with you.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the basics are perfectly competent. It's just like there's no combos, so to speak.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Werehog. It is just, you know, beat 'em up. Although for me it's more fun playing it than the Werehog was.
This is Caliburn, the Sacred Sword. He'll be our main weapon throughout the game.
Yes, he will be, and Caliburn is voiced by Casey Robertson.
Never heard of him.
It's actually not a 4Kids actor. It's actually the first game to include non-4Kids voice actors.
That is epic.
Like, for instance, there's the the Black Knight himself, and he's voiced by Gavin Hammond.
I think he does a good job, but he barely has any lines.
You know what? The first time I heard the Knight, I didn't like his voice because I was expecting him to sound gruffer.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
From replaying it, it fits perfectly.
Hmm.
And this music we're listening to is the instrumental theme of Fight the Knight.
So good.
It's just I like this. This song is actually a good way to explain how the music came together, because originally Jun Sonoy wrote the rock parts, and Richard Jacques came in and did the orchestral bits over it.
I just love the mix of like Celtic stylings with classic 3D Sonic rock.
Now, what did you think of the actual boss fight? I really like this boss. With the exception of the dragon, I love every single boss fight in this game.
It's an overly easy game, if I'm perfectly honest, but damn if I didn't have a lot of fun playing it.
Exactly. And because I'd rather have a game that's easy but fun to play than hard, but it's like a chore to get through.
Well, I think Unleashed had the hard factor, but it wasn't hard because of glitches and whatnot. It was just a hard design game in terms of level design.
Yeah.
We won't be exploring battle mode today.
Battle mode. I'm going to review. I haven't touched it, to be honest.
That's because I have no friends. Nah, I'm just kidding. I can't like rope in Tundra Boy or Ron to help me out, to be honest.
You sure you're a sacred sword?
Now here we get the. It's been touched on before, but of course Arthur can't be killed.
Yeah, Excalibur's scabbard grants him immortality. I love the sarcastic wit of Caliburn.
I will say, I think this is, for me, this is, with the possible exception of SA1, this is the best written game.
Definitely.
The dialogue, you don't get any crap like in Heroes or Secret Rings, like over the top stuff. I just thought it was incredibly well written for me.
Look at all those egg-wearing robots.
We're going to fight the Knight. I guess that means we're going too.
Oh, Shadow.
I would say the dialogue between Sonic and the Sword, I think it's hilarious. I was at first a little hesitant. I thought it might be a bit over the top, kind of crappy. I think it's hilarious.
I mean, when I first heard they're giving the Sword a voice, I was like, is that really necessary? Now that I've played it, I think Caliburn was a great character, actually.
You just spoke over the best line in the entire game. Whatever, you oversized, let her open up.
The classic stuff.